Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host, Mikey. Today we're going to do the top section of the mini Christmas tree. Now, like a genius, I've already filmed this and I realized I accidentally skipped a row. So I had to refilm again and do a new sample because it kind of looked like crap on my Christmas tree. So we're going to use the same size hook that we've been using and the same green yarn and the white yarn, and we're going to make a new top. In your case, it's the first time. In my case, it might be more than once. Let's begin. We're going to begin by creating what is called as an adjustable circle or a magic ring. And you're going to put the yarn in front of your hands just like so. So it's leading to the yarn ball this way. So you're going to use 2 fingers only and just wrap it around your fingers and cross over. We have other tutorials available on the basics of stuff like this on our channel if you need it. So this is called a magic ring or magic circle, adjustable circle, magic ring. Yeah. So you're going to put your hook underneath the first one right here, and you're going to scoop this one. And when you scoop it, just turn your hand over and just pull it off and pull your fingers out. Okay. And put this yarn that's leading to the yarn ball in your hands and just chain 1, and that will lock it. So when you crochet, you're going to crochet up over top of the 2 strands or it will not work. So you're going to start by doing 6 single crochet into the ring itself. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I want you to use a spare piece of yarn, and we're going to do that so that we can actually see the start and the endings. Okay, so just use a spare piece and just put it into the last stitch that you just created. We're going to do a continuous round even on the top. Okay, it's better if it stays inside the project. I have trouble with my hands, as most of you know. It's a new development. Okay, so we're going to put that through. Now you're going to just turn it to the back side. Okay, so we've been crocheting like this in, so turn it to the back, and you're going to tug onto the smallest strand, and it's going to close that ring. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use my tapestry needle. If you do not use a tapestry needle, it will fall out, guaranteed. And if it doesn't for you, then buy a lottery ticket. So this is the way that I've been crocheting it, so I want to stay on the back side. So it's coming around the circle just like this and back down. So I want to continue to follow that same circle so that it really gets stuck. And I want to go back and forth. Don't just go between the strands, split those plies up as well, and therefore it'll be nice and stuck. Okay, and this will be on the inside of your tree anyway. So we'll just trim that short just because I'm extra special today, or maybe extra ratchet. I'm in a mood. Okay, so we're going to put that away, and then we're just going to put our hook in, and we're going to start round number 1. So we've got ourselves started, and let's begin number 1. Now, like before, we want to do a continuous round, and I do want to count it back from here, so it should be the 6 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what we're going to do with this round is that every single crochet is going to get 2 single crochets in it. And we want to move the stitch markers up like we had been before, the stitch marker. So put 2 into each going around. So there's only 6 stitches all the way around, so it's going to increase. If you need the stitch counts, it's available on the pattern instructions if you want that. I had a hard time designing the top, but I eventually got it to work. So the last one is in, so 2 into each, and on the very last one, just like we had in the last series there, or the last videos, just pull it through the last stitch. So I'll give you what the instructions are to get yourself around, and you'll move up the stitch marker each and every time. And let's move on to round number 2. Now I really want this to bend, so in the next round, number 2, we're going to use only the back loops only. So if you're new to crochet, chances are you're not doing this project, but if you are, good for you. It's quite an accomplishment. So you'll use 2 strands when you're doing a stitch, If you use the first one like this is the front loop, we want to use the back loop. So you're going to jump into the middle and just grab the back loop, and this is going to force it to bend. So it's just a single crochet. So this forces a seam line to happen within your project so that it can bend over the top of your cone in a much faster and easier way. So just single crochet yourself around until you get to the stitch marker. When you get to the stitch marker, move it up, and I'll start you on the next round in a moment. Let's begin round number 3. So it's going to be a repeating that we'll need to go around. We're going to use the regular stitch work now. And so the very first one is going to have 2 single crochets in it. So 1 and 2 share the same stitch. And then the next one is 1 by itself. And you're going to repeat that cycle around. So to recap, the next one has 2 single crochets into it. And then the next one has 1. Please do that cycle all the way around for round number 3. Round number 4 is 1 single crochet into each stitch. Do that all the way around. Move up your stitch marker, and I'll see you at the end of the round number 4 as we begin round number 5. We're now going to create the points like we have in the past, and every stitch is going to get a point. So the next stitch is going to be a single crochet, and then chain 2 and single crochet, and you'll do that in every single crochet around. So the next one, 1 single crochet, chain 2, and 1 single crochet. Please do this all the way around for round number 5. Round number 6. We're going to single crochet into the first single crochet that is before the next point. So you're just going to single crochet into the next single, and then you're going to keep the point going. So in the point, the chain 2 space, you're going to have a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So you have 2 single crochets before you get to the next point, so place in a single crochet each in those spots. In the point, chain 2 is going to be a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So the next 2 single crochets in a row, just put 1 into each, and then keep the point in the next chain 2 space. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Please do this around for round number 6. I came up to the end of the 6th round, and now we're ready for round number 7. So do round number 7, you're going to go to the single crochet before the next point. Okay, so just reach on over. I've already moved up my stitch marker, and I'm going to go to the single crochet before the point, so single crochet in that one. And the point, we want to keep it the same, so we're going to single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then single crochet into the one right after the same point. So you're technically going to skip 2 stitches, and you're going to go to the single crochet right before the next point and just reach on over. And then do your point, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then come into the single crochet right after the same point. So you're going to do that all the way around, so just reach over to the next single crochet before the point, the next one, do your point of single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and do the single crochet right after it, and do that around for round number 7. So coming around on number 7, just go into your last stitch and just pull through. I've already cut it off camera, and I am going to do the final round with the white, and it's going to droop really quite interestingly on the tree. Let's begin that next. With the final round number 8, with the new color here, the white, I am going to join it with a standing single crochet to the single crochet right before the next point. So put it onto your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through, and you'll have 2 loops. Pull through the 2. That's a standing single crochet. And then I am into the point next. So the point will stay the same that we've already done in the past. So it'll be single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So come to the next single crochet after the point, single crochet in, and then just jump to the next one before the next point. So skip 2 and just go to the 3rd one, single crochet, and then the point's next. So it'll be single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then single crochet the next one right after the same point. So skip 2, go to the single before the next point, single in the chain 2 space, put in a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then single into the next single, and then jump to the next single crochet before the next point and repeat that around. I'll be right back. When you get all the way back around, you're just going to slip stitch it to the standing single crochet that you started with. I've already shown you how to weave in ends in the last video, so you're going to weave in your ends and then you'll move on and to the next video to continue.